Hey guys, welcome back. So this is my NHL mock draft 2.0 and it is my first mock draft post lottery, or really it's after the phase 1 lottery because there will be another draft lottery, the phase 2 lottery. So the draft lottery just occurred last night and the Ottawa Senators got the 3rd overall pick. The LA Kings got the 2nd overall pick, but the 1st overall pick went to a placeholder team, which means we don't know who the 1st overall pick is going to go to yet. But that will be determined after the qualification rounds of the playoffs. Now, this will work by the 8 teams that miss the playoffs from the qualification round. So, the top 16 teams that go into the playoffs will be out of this, but the 8 teams that lose in the qualification round will then each have a 12.5% chance of getting the 1st overall pick. The team that gets the 1st overall pick, they have the 1st overall pick, and the rest of the teams will have their picks determined, like on the screen, as you can see. Now, I'm not going to do just a top 8, I'm going to do a top 15 mock draft, and for number 1, I gave the pick to the Habs because they are currently the worst team in this qualification round, and they are probably going to lose to Pittsburgh, and if the NHL draft lottery is rigged, the Habs should probably be winning it and getting the 1st overall pick. But after the 8th overall pick, from 9 to 15, I kept it the same as my first NHL mock draft. And by the way, make sure to check that out. We are actually at 475 views right now, which is amazing. It is our highest viewed video right now, just surpassing my NBA mock draft video. So hopefully we can get this over 500. That'd be great for us, and hopefully we can try to get some more likes as well. But for now, this is just going to stick to the video. Now, this mock draft is a lot different than my previous mock draft. A lot of things have changed. One of the big things, obviously, is the draft order. All the teams in the top 8 have been pushed back, and then the Habs have risen to number 1. But 9 to 15, I also have made some changes, but let's get into it. Now, at number 1, I had the Habs taking, surprise, surprise, the hometown kid, Alexis Lafreniere. Now, he is guaranteed pretty much to go number 1. He is consensus number 1 out of everybody. If you don't think it's going to go number 1, you need some help. There's really no explanation needed for this one. Now, number 2, I have the Kings taking Quinton Byfield. Now, what not better way to have a guy in Byfield who is drawing many comparisons to Anze Kopitar than to have him be the number 2 center to Anze Kopitar. Now, the reason why I say this is because Byfield is probably more of a 3rd or 4th liner, but LA is going to be in full rebuild mode for at least the next year, so there's no harm in giving Byfield 17 minutes a night as your 2nd line center. At number 3, I have the Ottawa Senators with their first pick in this top 15, taking Tim Stützle. It's going to be either Stützle or Byfield. Even before the lottery, we knew that they're going to be 2 and 3. But now I think Byfield for sure is going to go number 2 to the Kings. But Stützle drops number 3 to the Senators. He is the 2nd best left wing in this class to Lafreniere, and he is their future superstar left wing. Now, number 4, I have the Detroit Red Wings taking Jamie Drysdale, the best defenseman in this draft. Now, they did take Moritz Seider 6th overall last year, but they're going to go for another defenseman again. He is better than Moritz Seider. He will be a top defenseman in the league. I think he could win a few Norrises with Detroit. And even though they dropped from 1 to 4, I think this is still a pretty good prize at number 4. And if they can tank another year, they can maybe get Aatu Raty next year. And number 5, with their 2nd pick, I have the Senators taking Marco Rossi. He had so many points this year. I think he was 2nd in the league, 2nd in the CHL in points. And Stützle will be their future first-line superstar left wing. Marco Rossi will be their future first-line center star. Now, at number 6, I have the Anaheim Ducks taking Lucas Raymond. He is the first Swede on this list, and the 2nd or 3rd, actually, European. Rossi is from, I think, Austria. But Raymond, he was supposed to be a top 3 earlier in the year. He did drop a bit, but I think it's not because of his production. It's because this draft class is so strong. But Anaheim gets a great pick here in Raymond. He can play both wing positions. And really, this is a pretty good pick for Anaheim. They can't go wrong with this one. At number 7, I have the Devils taking fellow Swede Alexander Holtz. Now, Holtz, I don't think he is as good as Raymond, but it is close. He is slightly worse than Raymond, but he does have a bit more scoring touch. I think he is a slightly better sniper. And next to Jack Hughes, he will score a lot of goals in New Jersey. At number 8, I have the Buffalo Sabres taking Cole Perfetti. Again, much like Holt, he is a sniper. He will score a lot next to Jack Eichel. At number 9, I have the Chicago Blackhawks taking Yaroslav Askarov. Now, my first mock draft, he went to the Devils at number 10, but I'm having him going to the Chicago Blackhawks. Corey Crawford's in his mid-30s. He's getting old. He's no longer an elite goalie, and they don't really have any really good goalie prospects either. People are saying he is the best goalie prospect since Carey Price in 2005, which means he's the best goalie prospect in the past 15 years, which is pretty good. At number 10, I had the New Jersey Devils taking Jake Sanderson, the defenseman. He's the first American on this list, and he is also the second defenseman on this list. Now, Sanderson is, I think, in a class below the rest of these guys, and he's definitely in a class below Drysdale, but he is still going to be a really good top pairing defenseman for New Jersey, and they are going to go with the defenseman here because they got Hughes, they got Heischer, they get Holtz in this draft, but really their top defensive prospect, I think, is Ty Smith. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Ty Smith. At 11, I have the Minnesota Wild taking Anton Lundell, the big center from Sweden as well. Actually, no, he's Finnish. I take that back. He is a Finnish center, and he's really good two-way center, great offensively and defensively. The Wild have been lacking a really good elite center or really just an elite forward, and Anton Lundell is just that in the future. At 12, the Jets don't get Jake Sanderson. They don't get a defenseman, but they still get a really good player in Jack Quinn, who will score a lot of goals with Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler. This Winnipeg Jets top 6 will be very scary with Jack Quinn, and they're just going to take the best player available, which is Quinn. At 13, I had the Rangers. I think they're also going with the best player available, which is Dylan Holloway. I think he can be a really good either 1B or two-way center. At 14, I have the Florida Panthers taking, instead of Braden Schneider, they go with Dawson Mercer, who played for Team Canada in the World Juniors. And even though I don't think he will be a number 1 center, I think he can be a really good number 2 center for Florida. Now, at number 15, to round off this list, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets taking Seth Jarvis. He is actually Jarvis. Now, he goes at number 15, and he could go top 10. I don't think he will, but some say he could. I think he just gets into the top 15. He's definitely a top 20 player, but I think he, again, has potential to be a really good second liner, a lot like Dawson Mercer, and he did put up really good points in the WHL last year. So that is my list, guys, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are at 61 subs. Like this video and turn bell notifications to never miss another one of these videos. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.